Welcome, welcome under the light of the moon. You are welcome tonight. Letting go and being held. Surrender, surrender to your body and your breath, allowing the body to rest. Allowing the mind to grow quiet. Nothing to do, just being is enough. Nothing to do, just being is enough. Allowing this moonlight to call you back home. Allowing this darkness to welcome you tonight. Settling down and softening your breath, receiving her wisdom with kindness and love, allowing the Great Mother to take care of you, welcoming the sacredness of her light tonight. Welcoming the stillness of the night. Nothing to do, just being is enough. Settling the bones down into the earth. You have arrived. You have arrived here tonight. Welcome, 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 welcome home to yourself. Welcome, welcome in this circle tonight. Welcome, welcome under the moon tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome tonight. You have arrived. You have arrived tonight. There's nothing more to do, just to be here. It's more than enough. Just allowing these sounds, these humming sounds, to enter into the body and to help you to settle in a little bit deeper into your space tonight for yourself. Maybe noticing that the breath can grow a little bit more quiet, a little bit deeper. Noticing the body and just seeing if there are any more tensions or contractions. And if there are, maybe just sending the breath there and allow the body to soften, to let go. Nothing to hold on tonight. Just let everything drop down with the rhythms of your breath. And then slowly just Bringing your awareness a little bit closer to the rhythms of your breath. Observing the breath rising and falling through your nostrils. Just observing the breath as two streams of energy, two rivers of prana shakti entering both of the nostrils. And just effortless, without clinging, without holding, the breath is leaving the body again. And without you having to do anything, the breath just enters the body again. And just as the ebb and flow of a river, allowing the breath to enter you and allowing the body to be breathed. There's nothing you have to do, just allowing the breath to move through your body. Just becoming aware of those two rivers entering both nostrils. And just letting the breath finding its own pace. There's nothing to force, there's nothing to change. Just offering all of your awareness and your attention for a moment to your breath. And perhaps offer all resistance to being present into the breath. And perhaps just becoming aware of the breath as two separate lines. Flowing in through the nostrils all the way up to the space in between your eyebrows, and then from there gently a descending, a falling down as two waterfalls back down and out through the nostrils. Just feeling these streams of breath and energy entering and leaving the body. And as the presence can start to rest in the breath, maybe you sense the mind starts to grow a little bit more quiet. Maybe you can soften a little bit more into this experience, into this moment, into the sensations of your body and the breath, rather than just observing from the mind and listening through the mind. See if you can center your awareness into the breath and down into the body, following the breath into the body, allowing the breath to open the portals of the body, opening these doors into a more feminine experience of just being here tonight, sitting or laying down. And as you continue to be aware of your breath, just gradually start to feel a sense of a presence into the brain. Feeling those two rivers of the breath through the nostrils coming together in the apex of the brain, the midbrain, the center of the skull. And from there, the breath just descends back down. And allowing this presence into the brain to take shape, to take form. Sense it starts to grow in the form of a light, a glowing ball. And with each breath in, allowing it to take more shape, to take more form, maybe to become more luminous, until it creates or it takes the shape of a full moon. Perfectly round, a beautiful silvery light. And just nourishing, feeding that light with each flow, each cycle of your breath, until you feel the whole skull is filled with the beautiful light of the moon. Perhaps sensing the outer moon tonight above the crown of your head, and this inner moon taking shape inside of the brain. Nourished by your breath, these rivers of life force, allowing this moon to gradually become bigger, round, And allowing to become a shimmering intelligence, a source of boundless energy and power, not limited to your human body, to your mind, but an all-pervading source of inspiration, of healing, of clarity. And sense that without any effort from your side, this light starts to breathe you. It moves you, it breathes the mystery of life into every cell of your being. And perhaps as you sense this growing source of light, of energy start to take shape, maybe a sense of a relaxation, a softening into the body. Maybe a sigh as you start to realize that it's not all up to you. That you don't have to do it all alone. That you don't have to make life happen. As life is happening for you and through you. As you are being animated by this greater cosmic intelligence. This beautiful moonlight. This great mother moon creating life and beauty and perfection in all forms. Maybe welcome tonight that whatever is present for you is just perfect in its own form. Maybe surrendering everything to this greater force for a moment and allow that for you to soften the shoulders. Letting everything go for a moment and trusting in this greater force. And as you feel the moon has taken her full shape and she's radiating with her full presence, her light into your skull, gently allowing this light, this inner moon to start moving down from the midbrain, gently down through the back of your throat, slowly descending down into your spine. Allowing this luminous greater life force to trickle down into your body. Slowly, like if it is dripping honey, like a nectar. Descending smoothly down into this river of life, which is your spine. And there is no rush. Allow her to move down at her own pace, trusting her intelligence in guiding herself down from the brain to the throat, gently down, trickling into your spine, this river of life running through your spine. And as the light is gently going down, feeling that it's on its way, nurturing, rejuvenating every part of you. As if it is renewing the core of your being with her light, with her intelligence, with her support, with her love. Just taking a moment for yourself to let that light gently descend. And just feeling, sensing her moving down as this boundless river, nurturing you, caressing you, awakening every part of you. Maybe melting any contraction or any frozen parts that it meets along the way. Maybe let that light hover a little bit longer when it comes across a sense of contraction. Maybe some stuckness, stagnation. Just let it melt gently into this light of the moon as she descends deeper through the heart, through the rib cage, down into the belly, until she drops all the way down into the pelvis. And then gently, when you're arriving there, allowing this luminous ball of moonlight to descend deeper into the pelvic bowl, and feel as she enters the pelvic bowl, feeling the whole pelvis relaxing, softening, opening, as if she is blossoming under this gentle moonlight, welcoming this greater source of Shakti into your womb, and feeling this light of the moon just awaken her. Feeling this silvery presence opening the temple doors of the yoni, creating a gentle warmth as she enters, just like the moon is sinking into a lake. She often gets this orange glow, a warm feeling, nearly like the sun. And just see her descending under the water, into the water of the pelvic bowl, deep down into the womb space. And let her fill the whole pelvic bowl, the womb, the digestive organs, the ovaries, the front and the back of the belly. Let her unfold, let her fill you up with this creative essence, this cosmic life force, this timeless, boundless, magnetic energy. Maybe feeling this brilliant light gently vibrating, moving you. Maybe pulsating with a continuous life energy, as this greater source is continuously making love with life as a dance. So let her make this entrance with you, let her make this dance with you. She who makes the earth go round, she who makes the sun rise. Feel her erotic, love-making, creative force within you. And notice that there is a fire in this energy too. There is a fire in this moonlight, like an alchemic fire. A fire that can transform everything that is not aligned with her. So maybe feeling for you tonight what you could offer as fuel into this fire. Maybe any patterns that you feel of pushing, of forcing. Maybe overthinking, competing, comparing. Maybe frustrations, angers, fears, or worries. Maybe a feeling of feeling separated from everyone and everything around you, maybe from life itself. Loneliness, despair, pain. Everything that makes you feel that you are cut off from this source of life. Offer it as a fuel into this fire. Without forcing, this can go effortless. Just offer it to her. Offer it to this light, so she can use it as a fuel to just only become bigger, to become more luminous, more radiant, more present. So she can really take a seat into you and anchor herself into you. Just notice for yourself. Take a moment of stillness and quiet and see what you would like to offer tonight into that fire. Just welcome everything that arises. There is no shame. There's nothing we need to suppress. The more we are or become consciousness of all these patterns that we have, and we can just see them without fighting against them, then we can transform them. We can just offer them. Ask them to be alchemized, so we can start becoming more in tune with this greater force, rather than feeling we have to do it all alone, that we're separate. And then sensing this moonlight to come even stronger into the womb, into the belly, radiating out into every cell of your body, lighting up the whole essence of your being. Every cell, every organ is now infused with the light of the moon. And then maybe you notice, or maybe you don't. But if so, if you feel that this light is starting to move you, just gently allow that. Maybe there is a gentle swaying from the hips. Maybe an internal spiraling of the womb, a rocking back and forth of the pelvis. Maybe a circling of the heart. It can be very subtle. Maybe it's just an inner moving or a tingling or a sensation of something that is animating you, effortless. You're not doing it. You are being moved by this greater energy, and just allow that, yielding into that energy, just welcoming it. Let her take form, feeling this divine source, this flow of Shakti, swaying through your body, maybe tickling the heart. And allow this gentle movement, this inner current to nourish you, to source you, to revitalize you and reconnect you with her. As if you can drink in this liquid golden life force, surrendering to her currents. And then feel that if you're moving, or if there is a movement going on, that there is still a quality of stillness in the movement. In the movement, in the dance, there is still a feeling of centeredness, of stillness, of presence. And then very slowly just letting those movements become smaller and smaller again, until the body is still again. And then maybe sense that when the body is completely still, there is still a movement inside of the body, invisible for the eye, but there is an internal pulsating, vibrating, magnetic force. And just feeling those two forms of awareness, this movement in the stillness, and this stillness in the movement. And just notice that even when we are in full movement in daily life, we can always drop back into that inner seat of presence that connects us to a higher intelligence. And even when we are slowing down, resting, doing nothing, that this greater life force is continuously creating inside of us, nurturing, generating. Life is happening even when we stop. And just taking that in for a moment. Feeling that we are continuously sourced by something higher, something more intelligent than us, that connects us to the deepest source of life, to everything in nature, and that we can move and create and offer and work from her in a way that is filling us up rather than depleting us, in a way of co-creation rather than separation, in a way that we can trust and flow with grace rather than push and force. And very slowly and gently, I like to invite you to rest your hands on the body, maybe feeling where you feel the light the most present. Maybe in the womb, maybe in the heart, maybe one hand on the heart, one on the womb. Just resting the hands there for a moment. Dropping all the awareness into the body. And then maybe if you like, just setting an intention with me as an affirmation for you tonight, or maybe something you want to work with. There is a light in me that can light up the whole world. It radiates truth, boundless will, action, and wisdom. There is a light in me that can light up the whole world. It radiates truth, boundless will, action, and wisdom. Just taking that in for a moment. There is a light in me that can light up the whole world. It radiates truth, boundless will, action, and wisdom. Maybe silently affirming that for yourself, planting it as a seed into the heart, into the womb. Maybe a seed that you want to start growing as a sense of trust, as an anchor, whenever we forget and drop out and start to move again from a place of separation. Maybe to come back to that space. Just very gently, keeping the eyes still closed. Maybe becoming again just a bit more aware of the breath, and maybe we're coming out just as we came in with some sounds that can help this transition back into the space of the room, but without any rush. Settling down, soften your breath, receiving her wisdom with kindness and love. Welcoming and embracing this light inside of you. This light that can light up a whole world. This light within you that radiates with a truth, a boundless will, with divine action, and a deep knowing and ancient wisdom. And let's take just a deep breath in. exhaling out through your mouth. 2 more deep breaths. Opening the mouth, giving some sound. And a last one. Deep breath in, filling up every part of the body and releasing with a sound, with a yawn. And perhaps just to come out, maybe wrapping the hands, the palms together for a moment, just to generate some energy, some warmth in the palms of your hands. And then gently cup them over the eyes, feeling the palms on the cheeks, on the forehead. Very lightly feel your own touch, and maybe with the fingers just gently tickling the forehead like little raindrops. Just waking yourself up with these tiny little movements, just like the rain has been falling down the last few days. Just let these raindrops maybe travel over the whole face, over the back of the eyes, the temples, maybe the cheeks and the jaws, maybe all the way down to your neck if that feels nice. Or some strokes, some massage. Just feel what it feels good for the body right now. Sometimes a squeeze is nice. And then if you feel ready, maybe some stretches. You can start to just gently open the eyes. And coming back to the screen at your own pace, if you like. Welcoming back.